Split and substring. First, let's look at split. Split is a function that will literally split your string into an array. So every time you run the script, it will give you an array in return. As an example, we have variable myString is the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That's called a pangram. It uses every letter of the English alphabet. Then we have variable IAmSplit. We wrote myString, which is this one here, dot split, and what we wrote was quote space quote. So there is a space in there that's not empty. And then we have document write. Here is the array, followed by a line break, and that line break is in HTML. And we have a for loop. So for index, which is our index number, in IAmSplit, because split always returns an array, we're going to do document write IAmSplit index, which is our index number, conjugated, a comma, and a space. And this is what it will display. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now you notice how there are commas and spaces between everything? Even at the last word there's a comma and there's a space after it. And that's exactly what we told it to do. So what split did with a space here is it split this here, 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 and here. Now each one of those words is now an array value. So this is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The split function has two parameters, the first being separator and the second being limit. Both are optional. Separator is what you want to split. What we wanted to split were the spaces in our example. If split quotation quotation is used, every character will have a spot in the array, meaning it will split between the T and the H, between the H and the E, between the E and the space, between the space and the Q, between the Q and the U, and so on and so on. It's going to do this over and over and over again. It's going to split everything. When split with no quotations is written, the entire string takes up one spot in the array. Meaning if we wrote this, then this would be our entire array, and our array would only have one value, or index 0. Limit is the number of maximum splits. Everything after this will not be put in an array. So if we wrote this, and we just added a limit of 5, it would split here, 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 and here. None of this would be split. This would be just one regular value. But everything between the characters here, every single character, including the space, would be split here. And here's some examples. Variable myString is the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. String split, myString dot split. We have no quotations in there, just parentheses. And that will return an array with one value. And this is what our array would look like. Array, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog as one value. Now let's look at the same example, but with split, we added two quotation marks side by side with no space. The array would return with 43 values. We'd have T, H, E, space, Q, U, I, C, K, space, B, R, so on and so on. You get the point. Now let's take a look at substring, or substr. Substring is how we can extract parts of a string through character position. Every letter, number, and space takes up one character position. So the word awesome has 7 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at how this is used. Substring has two parameters. It has the first one, which is the starting character, and the second one, which is optional, and that's the length to extract. Starting character is the numeric value of where to start the extraction. This is required. You have to have this number in here. And the optional one, the second parameter, is length to extract. And this is how much of the string to take out. If it's empty, the rest of the string will be extracted. So here's an example of what I mean. We have variable myString, I love this website. Document write myString dot substring. First parameter is 0, so where to start it. And our second parameter is the length, and this is the optional one. So we told it to start at 0. Remember, computers always start counting at 0, not 1. So 0 would be between the quotation mark and the I. Then we told it to go on for 7 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to take this part out and remove everything else. So now all of a sudden, my string looks like I love with a space at the end. Then we conjugated the complete web dev. Now when we throw the script into our browser, it's going to look like this. I love the complete web dev. Now you don't need to start with the number 0. You could start with any other number you like. If you started with the number 7 and you didn't have the optional length to extract, it would start right here, which is the 7th character, and it would extract everything here. Well, if it extracts that, it has to remove this, and that's what our string would look like. Well, to JavaScript, that's what our string would look like. Here is the example that I pretty much just said. Variable, my string, I love this website. Document right, the string is nothing is better than, then we conjugated my string, which is right here, dot substring 7. So remember, first 7 characters, it's going to get rid of that. It's going to get rid of this. It's actually going to start right here, and it's going to continue to the rest of the string. So that highlighted part is what it's going to keep. It's going to extract that. And it's going to remove everything else. Now what this would display is nothing is better than this website, rather than I love this website. This time we only gave substring 1 parameter. This told it to start extracting the string at the specified character, and to keep going until the end of the string. Many people wonder, what are these used for? Or how can I use these? For split, you can split a user's input and check each array value for a match that you're looking for. And for substring, you can modify a user's input. You can make a long description short. So if they input a description that's 255 characters, and you want a short little blurb of that, let's say the first 20 characters, you could use substring 0, and for the second parameter, 20. Those are just a couple of quick examples of how you could use split and substring. There are many different ways to use both though.